This is Greg Laney from SalarySchool.com. I'm here to talk about our repetitive spreadsheet formatter. And what this does is this takes a common spreadsheet, like a data dump, for instance, and it will break it out into multiple spreadsheets using consistent formatting for the rows, the columns, the naming conventions for the spreadsheets, and even the print layouts for these. Rather than you having to do it all, spreadsheet by spreadsheet, this will do everything all just at the push of a button. So what you have to do though is you have to set it up, and there are a couple of things that I want to go over with you on how to make it work well for you. So first, what I'm doing is I'm going to the main prep tab, and you'll see here I have several columns here. And what I've done is I actually have stores, and I have store numbers, and I have store names like the Miami store, the New York store, and Los Angeles store, and whatnot. And then what I have is just random information I put in, position, level, and then employee name for this. And then the last column, this is the information that I want each store to complete, and it's a rating. And you'll see that there's a drop down. It's a validation field where I want them to choose ratings 1 through 5 for each employee. Now the issue is I've done a dump, and I have all these stores here. And in this case, I'm just doing 10 stores just to do an example. But once I sort everything, I still have to break this out into the 10 different spreadsheets. Now, what this tool allows you to do, though, is I put the dump on the first on this main prep tab, and the columns which I'm going to sort, and I'm going to sort by the store number, and then also I'm going to have use for the naming convention also the store name, because I want to know where each store is, because I'm not familiar with all the store numbers yet. Then what I do is I break out each distinct store that I want to run a spreadsheet for. So in this case, you'll see the store numbers lined up, and I have the store names lined up as well. This is important to make sure that this is clean, that because it's used in the naming convention, that it won't conflict with any of the Excel naming practices. So if you start putting squigglies or apostrophes or whatnot, it can give you issues with the naming. So definitely keep it numbers, characters, spaces, and whatnot. So what I then do is I go back and I complete the setup page, the path where the files are to be saved. I've got it all right here, and it doesn't matter where it is right now. But what I've created here is you'll see a folder. I've got the C, test, and spreadsheets to send. So this is a folder, and if I copy the address, and I can go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just paste it in there. So you'll see I've pasted it. So if I do that just for clearance, you'll see I've pasted it in there, and it goes in as easy as that. And you'll notice, going back to the folder, there's nothing in there right now. So we're about to create all these spreadsheets. Other key things for the print layout, I can name my header, and this is part of the header. Also, each header is distinct because it ties in the naming convention for each what makes each spreadsheet special. So the store number or store name can be tied into that as well. And then the footer, I want to tell everyone to keep for the records. The header height, what this does is this is for the top row here. I want to make sure if I have a really long header names, that I want stuff that needs to roll over, I need more room, I can adjust accordingly. I can adjust accordingly. And then of course each of the columns, how wide I need those to be. And then the tab, what I want to name the tab. The key thing with the columns, you'll see some will need to be wider or smaller than others. And then after here, I really don't care about any of this stuff. What this tool allows you to do is I go up to the 26 or the Z, A through Z columns, and after my columns are, as far as I'm concerned, anything after that can be size 0. So I have that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the press for breakout. And you're going to see the spreadsheets breaking out, and you'll see in the top right, you'll see that it's creating these spreadsheets. Rather than me worrying about copying employees into the wrong spreadsheet or do anything like that, this uses the filtering technology to do that automatically for you. So I can go have lunch right now. I can come back, and once I'm back, all that work's done for me. So it looks like it's done. Yes, sorting completed. So let's go in to one of those spreadsheets that we've created, and let's grab Chicago. And you'll see, okay, the formatting. Yeah, I can read the columns. They're all good. I go in, and the ratings. See the ratings, the drop downs. They all field validations, it all work. So that's a positive. Now let's go ahead and look at the print preview. So I go into the print preview, and I see store roster 1282 spreadsheet, and at the bottom keep for records. So everything seems to have come out okay there. And when I go into my file, sheets to send, I've got all 10. And as you saw, this was a real simple one. So it did this in 15 seconds. I broke out 10 spreadsheets. Whereas maybe that would have taken me manually, that could have taken me half hour, 45 minutes to make sure validations, headers, footers, all that stuff. So it saved me a lot of time. Now, if you're dealing with 100 spreadsheets or more complex spreadsheets, this tool can save you hours and hours of work. So hope you appreciate that. Go out and check out our store, and if you're interested in something like this, go ahead and definitely buy it at our storefront. Thanks.